Yo, what's up? This your boy Denzel Curry, and this is the Anime Effect.
Coming to you from Crunchyroll HQ, this is the Anime Effect, where each week we bring you the latest news and views from the shows you love. It's pop culture with an anime lens.
Today, we are talking with rapper Denzel Curry and welcoming a brand new special guest host, Crunchyroll title marketing manager and adjacent music interviewer, Lebl.
Hello, it's me.
So we've officially peaked. Leah, Alex, LeAlec. Bam! It's happening.
Absolutely. Yeah, this trio is amazing.
We got to get Nick to change his name still. He just won't. I mean, because even when we add Haley, like, he just won't. It's just not. It's just Nick. So we got to get him to change it.
We'll just call him LeNick. Lee-Nick.
Maybe that'll work. So Alex, because you were the baby bird in the room, we do have to, the baby bird.
Here's your little word. Thank you for playing along with that. Oh my God, I love you, Alex.
We do have to get what your gateway anime is.
Mm-hmm.
So much like a lot of people, it was Dragon Ball Z, and it hit me just like it hit all the characters in the show. It just grabbed
Over
me
and
straight.
over,
Yeah.
yeah.
Even though there were slow parts, and even though I saw the same 16 episodes over and over again, I was just like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. And from there, it was when Yu Yu Hakusho came from Adult Swim back to Toonami.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I was in it. I was like, oh, this is the same style, but there's no filler. I'm in. This is exactly what I was looking for. And from then on, I was hooked and kind of had to, everybody had to hide their fandom a little bit for a while, but I was still lurking in the background, building up my spirit energy. And here I am.
The Dark Tournament arc will forever be the best tournament arc in anime, and you can fight me.
I won't, because I already know who wins the tournament, so there's no point.
But okay, so we got a special guest on this episode that you guys had a chance to chat with. Denzel Curry is on the Anime Effect this week. We also have some news to discuss before we hop into that one, including how anime has shown up at the Olympics this year,
Literally
guys.
everywhere.
And much, much more, including answering some of your questions. I'm your host, Leah President.
It's me, LeAlec Murray.
And I'm guest star Alex Lebl. You'll notice me in the credits. I'm the name that pops up that everyone's like, oh, that's who's going to be in this episode.
Yeah, we got to start putting like a little like what is it, the Hollywood Walk where they have the stars?
Yeah.
We can just start putting them in the background here, like
the stars.
Yeah, our little
the
Crunchyroll friends of the show stars. Yeah,
yeah, it's cool.
Together, we get to see just how powerful the effective anime
really is.
Oh, there we go. That was good. I think Nick is the common denominator. We're always together when he's not here. I think it's Nick.
And I'm not Nick. I do want to clarify that. I know I have the long hair and the beard. This isn't a bit. I am a completely different person.
You're our weekly white guy with glasses.
Up next, it's the news.
Woo woo.
Big update for Kaiju number 8 fans. That's pretty much everybody in this room.
Everyone here.
And we will take a look at how anime continues to be represented at the Olympics. That next. Leah, with Nick being absent, you have the news outfit this week.
Oh my gosh, I'm honored.
So what's happening?
Okay. So this is breaking news. Okay.
Yeah, like a couple hours ago.
Yeah.
Breaking
like
news.
as of Monday morning. Some big news for Kaiju number 8 fans.
Yeah.
As you said, season 2 has been confirmed.
Let's go!
We're going to be getting a season 2. I'm so hyped because
I'm so excited.
the energy,
So you've been reading it, right? Like you've been watching and reading, right?
Yeah.
Like you too, Alex?
I've just been watching. And that's how I like it. And I loved it.
Yeah, it's actually so hype. And the way that the energy that they left at the end of season 1 is going to be so great to carry the story forward. I think that they really ended the season on a great note.
They did.
And the perfect point in the story to kind of usher in the next chapter
Right.
of this story. So season 2 will be officially airing in 2025, and that is not that far away, you guys.
Too far.
We are already in August, so we're gonna like be hyped up.
We're gonna blink and then
the fall
it'll be
season,
here.
and it'll be here before you know it, guys.
Oh, time.
But if you were wanting a little bit of extra content before then, a special episode will screen in Japan next year called Hoshina's Day Off. So a little OVA moment, but it's sort of like a compilation of season 1 in addition to like a little extra content in the special
We love
episode.
some extra content. We love an extra content moment.
Yeah. And then some more good news for the Crunchyroll subscribers out there. We will have season 2 on platform.
Yay.
So you can stick with us and we will have the goods.
I'm so excited. So for people like Alex that only watch, I'm really excited for you guys to see what happens next because there's so much like cool stuff that happens like surrounding just like kaiju and the power sets. And stuff,
I know a little bit.
If you read, you know a little bit. But yeah, no, I'm excited. This is a great moment. This is easily, if not my anime of the year, definitely in the like the top 3. Like it was absolutely phenomenal.
For sure. And that's why I like being anime only, because people will tell me there's so much coming, you got to get ready. And I'm like, I like that sense of anticipation.
Like, It's like the little kid that's eating the cotton candy and they're just like,
I also think that like it could be a really good contender like in the Anime Awards for animation itself.
Absolutely.
We got some really hype, cool, and even the opening is so different. And I know either you love the opening or you hate the opening. I love it.
I think the OPED for kaiju are probably like 2 of my favorites for the year.
Yeah. Definitely no skip.
Yeah, for sure.
Who's watching the Olympics? You guys?
I've been partaking in some Olympics.
There's been some epic moments, like the dude from I think it's from Turkey who like was
showed up
like
shooting.
He wasn't like kitted out. Yeah, like that was awesome.
I mean, outside of the numerous like Simone Biles like takeover clips, and like there was I forget the guy's name, but the U.S. shot putter that won the silver. Watching his toss was like, it was so hype. I was like, let's go. I don't even know what's happening, but let's go.
And just hearing them roar when they throw it, there's something just so primal about it. Like, I want to throw something.
Right.
Where's the Olympic anime? Like, can we get that? Like,
hey,
that would be awesome.
There's enough sports around.
For the Anime Connect with all this, Noah Lyles.
Yeah.
Noah Lyles became officially the fastest man in the world. And how did he celebrate? He cloaked himself in the U.S. flag and then hit a Kamehameha pose. Or how do you, okay, so I hear people pronounce it differently. Do you say Kamehameha?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I say Kamehameha.
Yeah, that's the other one I've heard, but I didn't know which one was
I don't think either is wrong. I mean, you know, we'll have to, we'll circle back. We'll circle back.
Fact check. And then also, not only was there like some Dragon Ball hype, we also got some Haikyuu.
Let's go.
Like
Haikyuu Hive stand up. Let's go.
Yeah. At the Argentina versus Japan Olympic volleyball game just a few days ago, because the OP was actually played multiple times.
Crazy.
And then, of course, like the fans in the stands also showed up and showed out and wore like Haikyuu merch like during the match. So very cool.
That was cool. As somebody that's been like ultra indulging in Haikyuu and like actually watching some of the volleyball matches this year and actually like almost being able to really understand it because I watched Haikyuu was like kind of a moment. So I'm getting to like eating dinner, like getting hype at like, I think it was like US men's versus Japan. Like that was like a crazy match. And I'm like, oh, this is so great. Like, so now I'm like fully on board with the volleyball thing now, I guess.
And I respect going to the Olympics, like the pinnacle of sport, and bringing a Nekoma banner.
Right.
That's the number one item that you need to pack in your suitcase as you're traveling across the world.
Right. I have a checklist.
Right.
And I mean, there's also been some other references, like the Great Britain 4x400 team. They medaled, I believe, and they did the Gojo pose.
Yeah, that's right.
And Peyton Otterdahl, who was one of the other shot putters.
Shot putters? That's awesome.
He didn't medal, But he did do Gear 4 when he walked out for his
That's awesome.
intro.
That is sick.
And he's done
awesome.
Frankie before as well. So next time he'll
Okay.
get back stronger. He's going through. He just needs 2 more years,
Right.
and then he'll be fine.
We got our eyes on him. And like also just circling back to like the Haikyuu stuff, I think it was just really cool. Like back when we spoke with Sarah Paven,
Yeah.
hearing about how her community does love like sports anime and like are recommending that amongst the
It's
Olympic
cool.
athletes. It's
It's a
just cool to
moment.
see. And so many people are taking like athletic inspiration from anime nowadays. So yeah, really cool to see that. All right. We have to talk about our girl Lisa
Lisa.
and what she's up to.
Right. I mean, or what isn't she up to nowadays, I guess?
She's absolutely killing it lately.
Yes, yes.
Absolutely killing it. And we love to see it, friend of the show. Lisa's concert film is like very close to
It's
coming
right around the
out.
corner.
It's right around the corner. We are in release month.
Yeah.
Are you guys going to be watching when it comes out?
I plan on it. So Lisa Live is Smile Always Lander is going to hit August 17th, 18th, and the 21st. And you can get your tickets right now. And I would probably advise it because the limited dates, it's going to be full. It's going to be a concert. People are going to be in there with the glow sticks. So it's probably a good opportunity. But I think I think it's going to be fun. I mean, especially I wasn't able to see her, but the Radio Show concert I heard just popped off.
Yeah, didn't want to be that guy, but I did get to see her at Radio Show at the concert series, and it was life-changing, and I know this movie will be too, because it's going to capture the energy of her performance. Like, she's perfect. I think that is the most scientific way I can put it. Like, she sounded perfect. Everything was fantastic, and it's got your favorites in there. Like, you're going to hear a song that you love, and you're going to be weeping in the theater, and so will the people next to you, and it's going to be great.
Yeah. So definitely stay tuned for that. We live and die by Lisa on this pod. So, okay. It truly is unfortunate that Nick is not here in the room for this next piece.
This is like, this is Nick core. Right
here. Genuinely.
Yep.
And also, this was like, okay, let me get the news up before I start like going on a nostalgia rant. But Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Red Rescue Team joins the Nintendo Switch Online family.
I'm really excited.
Later this month.
This is cool.
So the first ever Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Red Rescue Team will be available, as we said, for Nintendo Switch Online Game Boy Advance app this Friday.
I'm excited. This is cool.
Yeah.
But some people might point out that it is releasing without the Blue Team.
Rescue Team. Yep. That's because Blue Rescue Team was on DS and not on GBA. And DS games are not a part of the Retro Vault yet.
So we'll have to hold out for that one.
Yes.
But I can only imagine that they would eventually.
I would think eventually. And this is kind of a good sign for Pokemon Mystery Dungeon because this is a game that a lot of people have been asking for to be on the Switch. Me being one of those people because I love Mystery Dungeon.
Emotional journey of Mystery Dungeon.
Mystery Dungeon, emotional journeys. But I feel like this also may be kind of a sign that if they're putting it on the online portion of Nintendo Switch, that we may potentially get like an announcement for a new Mystery Dungeon. I think it's about time. We should. I mean, hey, Mario and Luigi came back. So I mean, it's
bring it back.
Case in point. But yeah, no, this will be fun.
It'll make me play my Switch. I don't play my Switch as much as I should, and it'll make me get it back out. And I'll use my long-haired beard, glasses, dumb to channel Nick and just say like, maybe that means we'll get more Digimon games on Switch. Did I do that right? Is that right?
I think that was right. I think that's spot on. That's canon.
That's it for this week's news. But next, our conversation with rapper Denzel Curry about his gateway into anime and how anime influences his music.
Yo, what's up? This your boy Denzel Curry, and this is the Anime Effect.
As you can see, we have Denzel Curry with us on the line. Welcome, sir. Yep. Welcome to the Anime Effect.
Yo, what's up? What's up?
Look at this man. He introed himself.
Yeah, because hey, bro, every anime goat gotta have the, you know what I'm saying? You feel me?
Gotta have your own intro. Gotta
have your own theme music.
There you go.
And this is the anime effect.
Look at this.
Let's go.
This man that gave us a drop. Look at this.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Denzel, Mr. Zeltron, Mr.
Yes, sir.
Make money from the comfort of my couch. How you doing, man?
Yeah. No, I'm good. I'm good, man. It's early in the morning, but you know, I'm good. How y'all doing though?
Oh, good, man. Good. We gonna make sure we have some fun. Make sure we can get you out of here so you can get you some coffee too.
No. The coffee coming to me.
Oh, it's coming. Oh, see, we ain't even gotta worry about that.
You don't even gotta worry about it.
Right.
You don't even gotta worry about it. You know what I'm saying? I got the full drip, got the Anakin Skywalker, my swag. You know what I'm saying?
See, this man came prepared.
I know. I'm feeling underdressed.
Right,
now.
yeah. I feel underdressed. Like
Nah, because I got listen. I gotta do a music video today. So.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for spending your time with us, man. We really appreciate it.
Oh man. When they told me, hey yo, Crunchyroll want to interview it, I was like,
he's like, clear my schedule. Clear my schedule. Clear the schedule.
I was like, young man.
All right, man. So let's roll into it.
All right.
What was your gateway anime?
Oh, Dragon Ball Z, for sure.
Oh, see, there you go.
You
Should have
know,
known that was gonna be the answer.
blame
it's the
Toonami.
right answer.
That's Toonami is the reason why I got into anime in the first place.
Yeah. That was a thing for a lot of us. Is Toonami is a very shared experience.
Right.
I mean, I tell this story all the time, but I was racing from the bus stop at like 3:30 to make sure I didn't miss the intro. I'm just hoofing it.
Man, I was just telling somebody back when we had like 2 Cartoon Networks and 2 Nickelodeons and 2 Disney channels, you know what I'm saying, on direct TV.
Yep.
And I was like, bro, if you missed it at 3 something, bro, it's gonna come back on.
Right.
You know?
You can just flip over to that West Coast channel.
Yeah. I didn't even know that's why they had it 2 times. I was just thinking like, damn, we lucky as hell. We got 2 Cartoon Networks.
Right. I mean, I get to watch Dragon Ball twice. Oh,
Twice. Watch the same 4 episodes, the one you missed and the one that's new, so they could catch you up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. So after Dragon Ball, where did it go? Because I know everybody's interest kind of starts there, but then it splinters off like after, the Toonami era.
After Toonami, I remember staying up and finding Adult Swim, and they was playing like C-Lab and Aqua Teens and all that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, really, Cowboy Bebop, Yu Yu Hakusho.
Ooh.
That was the first time I seen animes that was like cursing. So I was like, oh! And that's where it kind of like just led in. And then they took Yu Yu Hakusho off of Adult Swim, and then they put it on Toonami, and then they took all the curse words out. And I was like, I already knew the episodes because we was watching it on Adult Swim when we wasn't supposed to. I mean, we was young as hell too. So of course, like, you're not supposed to be watching that late night,
Right.
Because remember, before Adult Swim, they only had like Space Ghost Coast to Coast.
Yep.
That was it.
Yep.
Man, and then they made Adult Swim, and then they put all the other raunchy cartoons on there.
Yep. Man, he's on it.
Yeah, he played the high risk game of if you get caught staying up late watching anime, like you're in real trouble.
Right.
Oh yeah.
What's that TV doing on? Nothing.
Yeah, get your beat.
Yeah.
For keeping the TV on. I remember when me and my pops, like, we were supposed to go to bed at a certain time.
Yep.
And then certain nights the Boondocks would come on. It was like every Wednesday night, I think. And my dad was like, we're going to keep watching this, but I ain't going to let them know we can keep watching this. He was just like, hey, Dad, my dad asked, hey, when the Boondocks come on again? And I was like, Wednesday. He was like, all right, we're gonna stay up and watch it. So me, my dad, and my brother will watch the Boondocks together.
That's legit.
And then we'll go to sleep. My mama, on the other hand, she didn't even see the message. All she seen was cursing.
Yeah.
And literally she was like, y'all ain't watching that no more. And I was like, that's all she seen.
Oh man. Yeah. It's always the parents that walk in at the worst moment, right? And they're like,
yeah,
why are you watching it? And you're like, man, you totally missed the whole story. Before this.
They walk in on the absolute worst part. Like,
right. Always. Always.
So did your interests get progressively darker or more action heavy from there? Did you kind of explore other genres?
I remember watching Death Note and really liking Death Note because of the mystery. As I got older, I started being into more stuff. But I remember when I seen Perfect Blue on Stars, and I was like,
I just rewatched that recently, and I was like, man, like, this was crazy.
Yeah, why was I
Perfect
watching
Blue,
this before
I was
now?
like, did she get like is she like crazy or something? I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
I don't think anybody did when they see it originally. Like, wait, hold on, wait.
I was like, whoa. I didn't even fully comprehend what was going on. All I knew was I needed to change the channel by the time my mom got off her job at 11 o'clock at night. I was like, Saturday.
There you go.
Would you consider Boondocks an anime? They need to bring that back. I'm going to advocate for it. Bring the Boondocks back because a lot of things is happening right now where it will be hilarious.
Boy. We do need it back though. It was a great show.
No, for real though.
So you've been working on a manga for a little bit.
Right.
But you've also been a part of the soundtrack for the Dark Knight series, which was probably one of my favorite comic book runs. Like those Evil Batman were just phenomenal. How do you switch your brain from being a fan and then being a creator? Like what's the gauge for you?
Well, the thing is, in order to be a creator, you got to be a fan of something, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that will inspire you to even make whatever you want to make. So when it came down to my level of fandom and creativity, like I was a fan of certain rappers that made me want to rap. I was a fan of certain creators of comic books and manga that made me want to start to make my own. And to be honest with you, I had the talent and the dedication to do both. So that's what also drove me. But I just needed a way to like do it in a gateway or like a blueprint kind of. And to be honest with you, the one who gave me the blueprint on how to create that kind of field was two things. One guy named Jay Howell. If you know who Jay Howell is, look him up. He's a really dope artist. He used to do videos for like Trash Talk and all them. But like he's the main creator of the art style for Bob's Burgers. Like it was crazy. Like he the one who taught me how to do it after him and Lil Ugly Man hung out at his house. And I was just seeing all these Bob's Burgers figurines and and I'm like, bro, are you like a big fan? He was like, no, man, I designed those characters. I was like, what? He was just like, the main thing was just like drawing it and putting it out there, even if it sucks.
I mean, yeah, that's how you got to do it. Do you also, like, I saw an old GQ interview with you a couple years ago that you had mentioned that you travel with manga. Is that still a regular practice for you too?
Hell nah, because I'll be having back problems and carrying all them damn books. Like, my back, I feel like I got scoliosis. So, like, that just hurts my back, man. Throw my disc out. I'll be over there hunchback and Notre Curry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I think we're all paying the price for that because we all did that like high school and college. Like I know I did specifically. So I'm probably paying for it now.
Yeah, forget that. No more books in my book bag.
Yeah, the anime over manga argument is it doesn't put so much stress on your back.
Right.
So that's why everybody switches to anime eventually as they get older.
You just open the Crunchyroll app and you're like, I'm good to go. Like, I don't need to carry books around.
Speaking of which, I've been, the Crunchyroll. I remember when I first heard about Crunchyroll, it was like almost 10 years ago when I first heard of Crunchyroll. I think my homie Shane, I think XXXTentacion had an account when he was living with me and stuff. And he was the one who put me on the One Punch Man. Most people don't know that. Like, XXXTentacion put me onto One Punch Man. That's one of the reasons why that one became one of my favorite animes. And, his favorite anime was One Piece. He really loved One Piece.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand One Piece until I started watching it and binged it. I'm like, I'm on right now. Don't ask me about where I'm at in it. I'm on Whole Cake Island. I know there's a lot more I need to go through. I'm just trying to get to at least episode 1000, bro. I've been trying to just binge this shit.
Hey man, you were not alone. Like I just got to Water 7 and I'm like, all right, I guess we just here. Like I'm just gonna keep watching as much as I can, yo. So One Piece is a
One
journey.
Piece is I love One Piece, bro. Like even when somebody starts talking about One Piece, I get mad. I get upset because I spent so much time watching it and understanding like, the characters are tight and like how they be looping old characters in that you forgot about into the new stuff and they play a bigger role. I'm like, dude, like it's tight. I remember my homie was trying to talk shit. He was like, man, One Piece suck. I was like, who you talking about? Luffy don't turn down no fade. I never seen Luffy turn down. He turned down one fade and he still fought the. What are you talking about?
So who's your favorite One Piece character? Since we're in the One Piece portion of this interview now.
Oh man, it's out of like, to be honest with you, it's Trafalgar Law.
Trafalgar Law.
Okay.
Yeah,
Rayleigh Silver.
Okay.
Those are my two favorite characters.
Okay.
My girl favorite character is Zoro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alex, I know you partake in the One Piece.
Yes, I'm also on Whole Cake, so I'm right there with you. We're right next to each other. Law, right after Dressrosa.
I want to see him fight Katakuri.
I know that's coming. I know that the big Katakuri fight is coming, and I just don't know if I'm ready for it.
Yeah.
Yo, I spoiled myself. I ain't gonna lie. I watched it before I even got into One Piece. Before I even sat down and binged it, I kind of spoiled myself.
I think that happens to everybody though, because you see the clips for One Piece fights are so rampant. I think that you're just like, all right, forget it. I'm just gonna watch it.
Then you look at the certain characters like from the worst generation and shit. You see Trafalgar Law and Eustace Kid and Luffy, and you like, bro, this is tight. Like, it's dope.
Yeah.
And it's not even really a spoiler because it's just a fight.
Yeah.
So you know what's happening and just the context is gone. So you're okay.
Yeah, the context is gone. You know the fight's going to happen.
Yeah,
but you don't know why it's important. You know?
Right. Exactly.
That's like watching a Doflamingo fight. You don't know the story behind that fight. And then when I watched it, I'm like, oh, he's kind of up. Like,
yes. Like you,
not
you
even
fully,
kind of.
Like, he just
fully
is.
Very.
Just full on.
So you've talked about inspiration a lot so far with artists or other musicians. And when you were getting into anime, was that an inspiration at all to also get into music, or were those two parallel interests that eventually merged?
Just parallel interests that eventually merged because like even when it comes down to like me doing shows, performing, me getting into martial arts and stuff like that, I even like when Akira Toriyama died, God rest his soul. I was speaking about like, yo, when I started writing how I felt about his passing, that's when I realized. I was like, bro, Akira Toriyama was there throughout my whole childhood.
Yeah,
I didn't even realize it. And I'm like, even as an adult, I still carry a lot of ideas from like that he put into characters like Goku, Trunks, Vegeta, all them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, bro, this man probably has more influence over me than any musician has ever.
And did you learn anything from watching anime, whether it be like something to put into your music or even like you just mentioned, just the emotions and how to put those into words?
Well, the one thing I get from anime is character development. You know what I'm saying? So I would think like the one thing I do take away from anime is character development, because you watch every anime and you can see how a character does develop over time.
Right.
Like as opposed to One Punch Man, where you get this completed character. Right. And same with Spike Spiegel, he's a already completed character.
Right.
It's the people that's around him that develop. Yeah. And that's where you can take the inspiration from. And then if you putting it in the front seat, you watch somebody like Luffy who think like, okay, I've defeated all these people and think nobody could touch him. And then he ends up getting into something really serious when the admirals come through, when he waged war on the world government. And then you see his character develop after 2 years, is just as well as his crew. And you're like, yo, that's the one thing you got to take away from it. It's the character development.
So because of the importance of character development, do you see your albums in the same way? Like, for instance, like going from Melt Your Eyes to now Mischievous King of the South Volume 2, like, do you follow that same kind of thing where it's like, I'm developing my character every time I release something new?
I think in music and outside of music, you got to develop your character, because there were traits that I had that I don't even like, and I'm working to like fix that. You know what I'm saying? I'm doubling down on like bettering my character, bettering my stuff, bettering the flaws that I have. And I know I'm not going to be the perfect person, and I know I'm not going to make the perfect album, but it's the fact that I still do what I got to do to develop into something as close to it or close to being super developed. Like even martial artists go through it, because I also do martial arts as well. So, and as a fighter, you have to learn from losing fights or like getting defeated in sparring and just figuring out like, okay, what could have done better? And then you train that and you keep training and you keep failing until you understand like you did it, you know?
Yep.
So yes, to answer your question, yes, I do learn from my albums, because I even study my past albums to try to make the next one better.
Man, that's saying a lot, because I mean, I'm not, man, this new one is dope.
Thanks.
This new one is dope, man. So I mean, this, and then I mean, Melt Your Eyes, like the intro to Melt Your Eyes is just incredible. Like I'll just randomly just be, working. I was like, oh, I guess I'm gonna play this one now. Like it's definitely like, and probably because I love Robert Glasper as well too. So it's incredible.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
It's like how you watch One Piece and you're like, how can Luffy get even stronger? And then he does, and that's what we're seeing in your music. So.
Right.
Yeah. So that's what I want to do. Like even to the point where I'm like, arguably my worst album is still up there with my best ones. That's how I feel about it.
I love that.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm gonna take it a bit lighter, and I want to hear about your prized anime possession. What's your favorite piece of anime merchandise that you've got?
Oh man,
these are the tough questions. Yeah. These are the tough ones.
Sure, I got so much anime that I got, bro. I'm sorry. Like, you remember Kid Muscle? That show Kid Muscle?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Ultimate Muscle. Yeah.
So Knuckle Man, I got 2 of them, and I got Super Phoenix. Like I actually got those from Japan. So
oh man,
yeah, nice. I would say those are my prized ones. Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, that's I think when I go back to Japan, I'm gonna have to look out for some Ultimate Muscle stuff, because they just
had them all in the store, and I'm like, oh, that's Kid Muscle, and then I realized like that's Kid Muscle's actual father. So I'm like, oh, okay, and that's I didn't know him and Super Phoenix were like twins.
Yeah, Ultimate Muscle gets real. Alex, do you have a favorite anime possession?
I don't know. I should have been prepared myself. I got myself with that question. I think it's my Dragon Ball GT like complete set, because I love that show, and it's completely underrated, and I just like to have it on hand at any moment so I can just pop in a DVD. And
I ain't gonna lie, people shit on GT, but the best thing about GT was Super Saiyan 4. Let's be real.
Go. Yes, that peak design. That was like, why didn't they continue this? They should have continued this one. Yeah. It was peak design, man. I'm not gonna hold you.
What about you?
Oh, this is super recent, but we interviewed Lisa a couple months ago, and she autographed a Demon Slayer CD, nice. And it's Rengoku, who was one of my favorite Hashira, and she was like, "Here you go," and I was like, "Oh my god!" So yeah, it's sitting up in my office right now. But I mean, I love figures, man. Like, and I have like most of my figures are all Dragon Ball. So like I have Super Saiyan Gogeta from Broly, from the Broly movie. That's like right at my desk, man. I love that statue so much,
man. Okay, now I gotta ask you a question.
Okay,
all right. The original Broly movie, Legendary Super Saiyan, or the new one?
I'm such a DBS Broly guy. Like, I love new Broly. I feel like he's such a better fleshed out character,
right?
But then I feel like the fight scenes in DBS were just so good. Like, seeing the evolution of Broly's forms through that movie was incredible.
Me and my brother used to watch the original one, like the DBZ. So I have to look. I love what they did with the DBS one, but the DBZ one, I'm sorry, like that one's up there for me, because like, man, because even when I got older, when I was like 22, I would just run to the same song. Remember the song that Pantera did, Tens?
Yeah.
I remember like, you know what I'm saying, piercing my ears and my nose and just working out a lot. I was literally trying to look like Broly, like I was like dead ass, like trying to look like him.
That era of Dragon Ball villains, though, like the movie era of villains, was so great, man. Like, even though like I prefer DBS Broly over DBZ Broly's still a great villain. There are so many other like great villains like in that space as well too. I don't know why I liked Turles so much, but
because he looked just like Goku.
Probably. But that was like but I love the Tree of Might. Like, Tree of Might is one of my favorite like Dragon Ball movies for sure.
One of my favorite is Cooler's Revenge.
Oh yeah, yes. Cooler's Revenge is a good one too.
Incredible.
Yeah, that soundtrack
Cooler's
is great.
Revenge and Metal Cooler. Like, those were my two.
Yeah. Denzel, thank you so much for rolling through. We really appreciate it. You are welcome back anytime. Also, you just happen to be in Dallas. Roll through. Just roll through.
I will. Good. Yo, I'd like to thank you and everybody out there that tuned into the Anime Effect with your boy, Denzel Curry. Holla at me. KOTMS Volume 2 out now. Deluxe coming soon. Make sure you check it out. New videos on the way. Check me out at every festival. And if I so happen to be in Dallas, which I am, on a Suicide Boys tour,
Oh,
come through. Come hang out with me.
Wow, you guys, that was like a really good conversation.
Yeah,
like talk about the energy. It was also really cool to just like hear about how anime has kind of like influenced him and like as a person and in his music.
Yeah.
Really, really cool to hear that.
Yeah. If you haven't gotten a chance to listen to his new album, The Mischievous King of the South, Volume 2, it's a great listen. You guys are really, really, really going to dig it.
Yeah, it doesn't have to hit the nail on the head or be so upfront about the love of anime within the influence of the album, but like you feel it, especially hearing him talk about it. It's like, oh, now I know.
Yeah. It's there.
Yeah, anime fans know. They'll hear it. Okay, guys, so we're going to hop into the recommendations. We actually got a message via our question form this week to kind of guide our little segment.
Okay.
So the question from Michelle is, I love the hype Food Wars has received on the podcast lately.
Yep.
Rightfully so.
We love some Food Wars around here.
It is so silly willy and I love it. They say it's one of my favorites. And then they ask, which other gourmet anime would you recommend? And they are a listener because they put in parentheses, obviously Delicious in Dungeon.
They stole my answer.
So they're like, okay, don't go off about Delicious in Dungeon for the 18th time.
Right. Do not talk about it again.
Yeah. We were kind of chatting about this a little bit before the show. Yeah. And I think you and I have a little bit of a consensus, but
yes.
So the first thing that came to my mind was campfire cooking in another world with my absurd skill.
Yes.
Which, as you might be able to assume, is an isekai.
It is.
Isekai button. There is just so many, like, it takes the recipes from start to finish.
Yeah.
And so I've seen so many people, like, when it was first coming out, repeating the recipes and, like, seeing how they turn out. Like, definitely like series is on TikTok and other social media of like people recreating this. And I love that. I think that's one of my favorite things about like cooking anime or like food in anime is like seeing fans interact with that and like follow the like tutorials. And I think that comes from being like a cooking mama kid. I loved cooking mama so much. And it kind of has similar vibe.
I think what I appreciate about cooking anime just in general, like as you know, as and I wish there were more of it, is just how beautifully animated the cooking is. And it really doesn't matter which show you're watching that may have cooking involved in some capacity.
Yeah.
Like it's always just animated like very, very beautifully. Like they pay super great attention to detail. I mean, I'm gonna bring it up, but Delicious in Dungeon was one that did that great. Campfire Cooking is another one that does it phenomenally, like from start to finish. And it's just like, if you were doing your job as a food anime, I feel like I want to eat that.
Yeah.
Yes, like you're doing your job.
But yeah, what about you, Alex?
So I just wanted to say, like, that is the part of anime that I project myself onto as someone who can cook. Because I can't do.
I didn't know you was
I'm not
a chef
that
like that.
Great at cooking. But
Chef Alex over here.
It's much more realistic than becoming a Super Saiyan or being able to channel energy.
Attainable goals.
But maybe a clean cut on a piece of meat, I can probably aspire to that. I think that's within my range. My
your oven range.
Oh,
boo!
We're adding in the sound effects.
The collective boos for the crowd.
You tried, Lee. You tried. I heard it in your voice, though.
That's right.
I'm going to break the chain. I will not reference Delicious in Dungeon, but I am going to do a cop-out answer, and it ties into what we talked about with Denzel. One Piece. I mean, there is a whole character, a whole member of the Straw Hats.
Chef. Just a whole ass chef.
A chef.
Yeah.
And everything he makes looks delightful. I know he wouldn't cook for me because he's cooking for Nami and Robin, but it's still, I would like to appreciate it from afar. It will make you hungry. I have the One Piece cookbook, and I've tried some of the recipes, and they are good. So it's underrated, and that's what's so great about One Piece is that it can be an answer to this question.
I have to know, do they have like a big chicken leg? Like,
is there a recipe for just a big meat stick?
Yeah.
I don't have like a butcher shop on speed dial, so I think I saw that and just flipped over. Like, I'm not gonna.
Can't do that. So one that I want to recommend is not specifically food, but Bartender is actually really great because the original one is it's good, and then the Glass of God, the remake is phenomenal. I mean, because it's that beginning to end process of making a drink, but then also like the relationship you have with the bartender, even though it's a very minimal interaction, unless it's somewhere that you frequent and you know them, but like the relationship you have to establish with your bartender at like just this moment for this drink, and then you're like, all right, bye. Like it does a very, very good job.
And there's some like little magical kind of some elements ish, and like a whole plot outside of just the
I was also expecting T-Pain to be the OP for that show. So I mean, there's still time. I mean, if we get another season, there's still time. You know.
But super cool.
Shout out to the sound designers on all of these shows too.
Yeah,
what a unique challenge to have to make sizzling and ice clinking.
I know, man. And then like, I mean, and I know I brought up the art already, but like seeing the animatic for campfire cooking, like it's absolutely insane, man. So there you go. There's your food answers for you.
Yeah, and we're talking specifically about like anime that are centered around food, but there's so much other animation out there that like just have like a scene that has nothing to do with the rest of the plot. That's like, whoa, that looked really cool. Probably one of my favorite food scenes outside of it, like it's not a cooking anime, is probably the whole sub arc in Spy Family where Yor can't cook, like that whole episode, and like her food is like killing people. That was a really funny one too.
That's great. We got some other recommendations from our listeners out there, from Emmanuel via our question form. Thank y'all for using the question form. Thank you for using the question form. I recommend God's Games We Play, Windbreaker.
There you go.
Not even gonna get started on Windbreaker. Bottom tier character Tomozaki, and Konosuba.
Very good, Rex.
That's Nick coded right there too. That one's for Nick too.
I haven't heard of bottom tier character Tomozaki, but
it's really good.
Is it?
It's good.
It's really good. I love that show.
What's it about?
It's about a character who is socially awkward, but he is a top tier gamer.
Let's go.
Fake equivalent of Smash Bros. And
what do they call it?
I don't remember.
Smash Sister. Wait, no. Put the brakes on that one.
Full reverse.
I felt it like go from my brain to my mouth, and then I was like, no way. As it came out, I was like reaching for it to bring it back in.
Come back.
That was major.
He is one of the best gamers in Japan, and he's always battling against this same online player. And it turns out that online player is the most popular girl in his class. Wow. He is very socially awkward, and she helps draw him out of his shell by making him view his life almost through the lens of video game challenges. And through that, he takes steps to like make friends and ask someone out and help run the school festival. And it's delightful and heartwarming and painful. And me is best girl. Don't at me.
It's kind of like then like Bochi, but for like streamers.
Yes, exactly.
Bochi for gamers.
Yeah.
And Layden, via our question form, said, Charlotte, because you feel all the feelings, and it's a quick watch that's really good. I can't really argue with that. Future Diary, because it's an idea I don't think anyone else could have thought of. Also, it has my favorite character, Yuno Gasai, and it shows how some people deal with situations. Very similar sadness spectrum, very different approaches to it. I've had the fortune of seeing both. Charlotte made me cry like a little baby.
Oh, really?
Future Diary made me get off my couch and like pace around, I don't know, like tap out or something. Like it was amped. It was like, let's go. But it's a really cool, I think it's kind of still underrated. I know a lot of people talk about it, but not a lot of people talk about it enough still.
Is it like Steins Gate-y? Like
it's kind of like a death game. Like everyone's competing to have the power of a god. And it's fantastic.
Oh, so like more like battle royale type.
Yes, with flip phones.
Okay.
Let's go.
With flip phone. Okay.
Which, by the way, I still need to get my flip phone.
Oh, see, yeah.
I still need to get my flip phone. I think about it every day.
Got to tap in with us on that flip phone answer.
Exactly.
Still got to know.
I followed through with getting the digital camera. Yeah. So I'm trying to separate that screen time out.
There you go. Those were some great recs. But now, y'all know what time it is. Time for the mailbag.
All right. So hopping in here, we have a question again from Weirdo Anime Lover. You're not weird.
Shout out.
You're not weird. You're not. Unless you are, because we love weirdos. I love weirdos. They ask, what is your favorite isekai anime that didn't get a second season?
Oh, that's tough. I'm going to say right off the bat, because it's one that I really enjoyed. That's a newer one. Fluffy Paradise.
Oh, yeah, adorable. I love Fluffy Paradise.
Absolutely adorable. The series is super cute. I felt like there's still so much story to tell there. And I don't know if it's coming back. And it makes me sad because it was a really, like, we talked about on couple shows back, like way at the beginning, like about cozy anime, and that was a very like cozy ride, even though like there was some major implications like towards the end of the series, like quit being so serious and just pet the tiger. But that's one that I really want to. I would really love to see back, but I don't know if it's coming back.
I don't even know if this counts anymore, because the only thing that's coming to mind for me is probably Devil is a Part-Timer, but it has a season 2 now, which came out pretty recently. Wasn't that like last year or something?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
But there was a long period of time where it didn't have a season 2. So, yeah, I'd probably say that because it's so funny.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Mine, and it might get a second season. I'm not sure. I don't know. But it was called Full Dive. It had a much longer title, and one of the words, I'm not trying to get us bleep, so I won't say it. But
wait, let me look it up.
It was like a...
We already hit the bleep quota for this, for this episode, so...
It was like...
I love how Pat's in the back, like, yes, we did.
Oh, this is funny.
It was a really funny show. It was, like, weirdly endearing, but also super dumb. In the best way possible. I don't mean that in a derogatory sense. Like, you could watch it and get invested in it without getting too invested in it. Like, you'd have it on the background, you could really focus, and it was just a great time. And I hope there's more of it, because it kind of twisted a lot of the conventions of the VR MMORPG genre. So
when did it first come out?
2019 maybe.
Yeah, so maybe it's worth holding out hope then.
Still might be hope.
Shout me out in the comments if you also want it back.
Right. Speaking of comments, I feel like because Nick is not here, somebody has to do the obligatory please comment on Apple Podcast. 5 stars.
Review.
You're guaranteed to get your comment read. So there you go, Nick. That was your other plug for the day.
We are not contractually obligated to read 5-star comments. When you leave a 5-star comment, we will just consider it more fully.
That was good. But also hit our handy dandy question form at got.cr/anime effect questions. That's got.cr/anime effect questions.
Yeah, we've been pulling a lot from there. So definitely submit your questions.
Use the form. Use it. All right, y'all. That was fun. I think that's it. Thank you, Alex.
This was a fun one. Great interview this week.
Yeah. Thanks everyone else for joining us for another episode of The Anime Effect, brought to you by Crunchyroll and the folks over at Sony Music Entertainment. Be sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode.
Crunchyroll Presents The Anime Effect is hosted by me, Leah President, LeAlec Murray, and today, Alex Lebl. We are executive produced by Jonathan Hirsch, Shara Morris, and Nicholas Friedman from Beyond.
Our lead producer is Kyla Carnero. Our associate producer is Zoe Culkin. Patrick Emil edited and mixed this episode's audio. Kevin Lee filmed, and Eric Knighted edited the video. Our head of production is Sammy Allison. Special thanks to Carla Solorzano.
There you go.
And Tamika Balance-Kalasny.
We will be back next week with even more anime, of course. So we'll see you then.
And there's nothing you can do about it. We're coming back. Alex may not be back for a little bit, but Nick will. Later days.
See ya.
Bye.
Yeah, we're gonna be like this. Look like I'm about to be like, like you know what I'm saying? Right. Like in sync.
Yeah.
And it ain't nobody, ain't no why. Bye, 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 bye. It's like, you know what I'm saying? They got me with this. Ooh.